Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to United People's TV. My name is Sam, you know by now, and welcome to the United Legacy Arms. It's been a couple of weeks since we opened. As you can see, we've done a bit of decoration. Got a lovely little sign there. That's going to be going up on the wall. Some lovely memorabilia. It's all looking good. How are we all doing? Today, we face Leicester in just over an hour's time. We're about 10 minutes away from the teams coming out. It's going to be a very big day for Manchester United. It's a very important game because of the context of how we went into that international break. We had young boys, and then we had West Ham in away, and then we had West Ham in the League Cup, and then we had Aston Villa, and we've had Everton and Villarreal. We've had some frustrating performances. I tell you what, it's been a topsy-turvy start to the season for Man United, but you're all here. I can see you all in the Legacy Arms. Drop a like on the video. Get in those comments straight away. T, I can see happy birthday to you all the way over in Australia, my buddy. Nice to see you. Victor as well. Carl on Facebook. Tarong on Facebook. Tan. Matthew Planky. Keith, I can see you. Alfie, I can see you. Shane. Hey, there's going to be plenty in the arms today, so make sure everybody, you drop your comments in. Members, I can see all down there. Ian, you're there. Rego, Salim, I can see you patiently waiting, and we will have a discussion because today it's a big day. And I tell you what, let's get the cans out. Oh, fuck. That's frothing up. There we go. We're open. I'm looking forward to it. Look, there's been so much negativity around Manchester United the last 2 weeks. And I almost reached breaking point. I couldn't be asked to talk about Manchester United anymore. Towards the end of it, really, I was like, there's no more talking points. There's nothing else I can say that I haven't already said. And there's a real sense of apathy towards Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And then, like last night, I'll tell you what I will speak about for sure is the quotes from Solskjaer on Rashford. That they came out last night in the second part of the press conference. They always keep an embargoed piece back. And if you haven't seen them, you let me know what you think about this in the comments below. It's a bit of a talking point. In fact, no, I won't talk about that just yet. I'll talk about the early team news that we're seeing. And what I am seeing is that Harry Maguire might be starting for Manchester United. Now, that comes as a bit of a surprise. I'll be completely honest. I didn't expect to see Harry Maguire today. I think he only trained on grass with the team for the first time on Thursday. Bear in mind, he's been out with an injury. So maybe we'll surprisingly see Harry Maguire with the team. I mean, he's with the squad today. He's there at Leicester. So Harry Maguire is with the squad. Do you think he'll start? Yes or no? And do you think he should start? Yes or no? You let me know in the comments. But we're seeing reports from Manchester Evening News. We go over here. Where is it down here? Oh, they're not in. Yeah, you go. The early word is that Harry Maguire will start for Manchester United today. That's come from Samuel Luckhurst. I'm confused about that, if I'm being completely honest. I don't think it's the right move. I don't think it's a smart move. I think if he's only just coming back from injury, it was a muscular injury as well. I would rather not see him in the team. Why do people always do that? Literally, as soon as I start a stream, they ring me. It's incredible. Truly incredible. It's like they want me to fail. But T, you're saying he probably shouldn't start. If he does, it might save us. Don't start if he's not fit, says or. Jay, you're saying no. Matt, you're saying yes. And Victor, you're saying, yeah, if he's travelled, he should start. If he does start, it goes to show how little faith Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has in Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly as his centre-back partnership. Seriously, if you're going to start a Harry Maguire who, let's be honest, if he's fit to play, he's going to be barely fit to play. Barely fit. As I said, first time he trained with the team on grass, I believe was Thursday or it was Friday. One of the two. Dan Lee, you're saying give him until half-time. It's not the sort of thing you do with centre-backs, is it? It's a strange risk. I mean, at the same time, you could argue, Sam, it would be a massive risk to start Victor Lindelof and Eric Bailly. And that I wouldn't disagree with. There's certainly a big risk there. Mod, you're saying Bailly and Lindelof in defence, right? I mean, as I said, we thought it would be him, but maybe not. Now, this one's an interesting one. You let me know about this in the comments below. Janos on Facebook, you're saying it's ridiculous to start Rashford after so much time out. You let me know what you think about that in the comments below. But me, personally, Rashford straight in that starting 11. You could say he's been out for so long, it'll be risky to start him. But, mate, he's been out for so long and done nothing but train and train and train and train. And of course, match fitness is very different to fitness, but I think Rashford's going to be ready, sharp. Always, all we've seen in the reports, in the build up to the game, in the build up to everything, is that Marcus Rashford not only is fit, but Marcus Rashford looks extremely sharp. Marcus Rashford looks extremely strong. He's put on about 3-4 kilos worth of muscle in terms of the lower body strength, because he went through a long period, of course, where he couldn't put any strength through his shoulder. So he wasn't allowed to do anything upper body. So he was just focusing on his lower body. And Rashford, mate, a bit more strength in those legs. My God, he's going to be good. As I said throughout this entire stream, you know what it is here on United People's TV. It's genuinely interactive. Fire in your comments, fire in your super chats. If you would, support the channel, give a tip jar. It's just down there. There you go. Next to the beer, next to the wine for the ladies. All the boys, you know. I'm partial to a glass of wine here or there. What's the best color? I like red wine on Sundays. It's like a Sunday afternoon sort of thing. White wine when it's really hot outside, and then rosé can, I don't know, rosé can just basically get in the bin. Craig, you want to see Rashford and Sancho start, please? Let's see if there's any other news coming out about the team news just yet. No, but I'll tell you who else is there. Our Portuguese boys. Is Bruno going to score today? You let me know in the comments below. Bruno or Rashford, who would you back to score? Because I'm an idiot and I forget about my fantasy team more than I remember it, Bruno's my captain today. Ronaldo's still in the team, but I didn't change that whatsoever after over the 2 weeks. Carl Baldwin, you're saying red wine defo. I mean, red wine is nice, to be fair. A good red wine is really, really nice. Carl saying no Fred, big bonus. Of course, that's sort of at semi being forced onto Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, because if Fred was fit and available, then he would probably start. And we all know it's not the right thing to do, but it probably would have happened, right? It probably would have happened. Fred played 88 minutes, against Uruguay, I think on Friday morning at 1:30. And so did Cavani. So both of them, I think they've flown back on a private chartered jet. But nah, they're not going to feature in this game today. What's your predictions, eh? You let me know in the comments below how confident you're feeling about the game. I'll head down to the arms. Got to tell you what we've got. I'll bring you on, Ian and Salim. Who else is down there hiding? I can see you. Is that Rego? I need to scroll down on my screen. Why wouldn't you let me scroll down? That's pretty stupid. Well, well done. What a stupid thing. Well, let me see. I can see there's more down there, but I can't actually see you. Well, I'm sure I'll get you soon. Red Wine says Dave. Anuj, you're going for a 2-1 win. Hey, that'll be interesting. Eddie coming in with a comment there saying, "Hi Sam, what's your comment about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will bench Cristiano in the future again? Is he stubborn or what?" No, he's being. Guys, I understand. I truly, truly understand a lot of the frustrations you have with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, but don't try and make frustrations where there are no frustrations. Of course, 36-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo will be benched sometimes. He is not going to play 56 games and 90 minutes in every single game this season. Simple as that, right? Yeah, of course he'll be rested in certain games. Or, how you doing, buddy? Send in a super chat to buy Josh a non-alcoholic beer because he's been a snowflake. Where is he? Where is Josh? We need to get Josh on the old stream, actually. He's not joined in one of these yet, is he? He's not joined. It's like he's ducking out. What's he doing? Oh, Josh. In you get. Leonard, do you think it's going to be 3-1 to United? John, you're saying 3-2. T, you're saying 3-2. Birthday present for you. That'd be lovely. Steve, you're saying 2-1. Mo, you're saying 3-2 to Leicester. 3-1 to United, says Richmond. I'll tell you what, if there's probably one thing, if there's one thing, Josh has got bad internet. That's why I can't come on. Oh, that's handy, isn't it? That's very handy. But if there's one thing you're probably not going to get today, I'm being completely realistic here, it's a clean sheet for either team. If we're looking at team news for Leicester, but just before the team news is actually out, Johnny Evans hasn't started a Premier League game since April. Vestergaard has got a bit of a fitness concern. I think Soyuncu is going to start at centre-back, but their sort of centre-back partnerships a bit hit and miss at the moment. Wilfred Ndidi, obviously a long-term miss. Fafana, he's missing as well. So defensively, Leicester is certainly weak. And at the same time, we're missing Raphael Varane. Apparently, we might not be missing Harry Maguire. It still fills me with a bit of concern. Especially because we're going to be playing up against probably Iheanacho and Jamie Vardy. And Lindelof and Bailly both played during the international break. I don't know. Josh, we're asking for the team news. Don't worry, Josh. The team news is coming out in T-minus 2 minutes. Keep firing in. Obviously, everyone throughout this entire stream, fire in your comments, fire in your opinions, your questions, your concerns. As soon as this team news comes out, I'll get a few of the lads on and we'll have a discussion about it. But you've got to feel. I'm sorry, but I can't help but feel positive going into today. And some people are like, "Oh, Sam, you're deluded." I'm not. I'm just a United fan, and I want to see United do well. Oh no, that's the under-23 news. I've got my notifications on for Man United. Don't worry. Just here waiting for the team news. But yeah, I can't help but be confident going into today. Rashford's back. And that I keep reiterating this. And I know you can't really put too much pressure on the shoulders of any individual player, unless your name's Cristiano Ronaldo. But Rashford coming back is going to be such a transformative influence on this team. I really, really do. I really do think that he's going to come in and add the sort of it's the tempo. The tempo is probably the biggest frustration I think we've all got about our forward line. They're so good, but for some reason we just play a bit too slow. Through the lines, we just play a little bit too slow, and it makes it difficult for United to get in behind. It makes it easier for defenses to set up against us. And you think when you play slow, you take away from the real strengths that we've got in that team with Greenwood, with Sancho, with Rashford, with Bruno. It's a team that if it plays with pace and plays with directness, defenses would struggle to contain it a lot more. And that, for me, is a big reason why Rashford's so important and him come back into hopefully the starting 11. I'll find out in about 30 seconds. I don't know whether he's going to start or not. I personally would like him to start, but I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the bench either way. Because as you've all rightly said in the comments here, you know, Rashford hasn't started a game for Manchester United this season. So, is putting him in straight away in the starting 11, is that a bad thing? Right, the team is out, ladies and gents. Let's get it up. Let's get it on. Let's talk. Where are you, Man United? Boom, there you are. Who have we got? Let's bring this on the screen for you. Tell you what, look at that. It's a sort of on the button news that you want, and there's no Rashford. Oh, you fucker. Damn it. I really wanted Rashford. Who have we got in midfield? We've got Matic and Pogba. We got Matic and Pogba. Matic and Pogba. Matic and Pogba. Right, Maguire's playing, and I'll tell you what, it's a risk. It's a risk. It's a risk for Manchester United to do that. Let me just quickly tweet that out. You let me know in the comments what your reaction is to that starting 11. But we've got De Gea in goal, Lindelof and Maguire as our two centre-backs, with Bailly on the bench. We've got Shaw there with Wan-Bissaka, of course. We've got a midfield two of Matic and Pogba, Greenwood, Sancho, and Ronaldo, and Bruno. I got 10 out of 11. Well, actually, no, I didn't, because Maguire came and ruined that. But Matic and Pogba, I'm just excited. Matic and Pogba. And that's it. Matic and Pogba. I've been waiting for this. For so long. I'll tell you what, look, let's go down here. Let's bring a few of you in. Let's have a chat. Or I can see you, Ian. I can see you waiting patiently. Well, you're at christening. Let's bring you in, sir. How you doing, Ian?
Yeah, good, thanks, Sam. How are you getting on?
Welcome aboard, boys. Come on, you're excited about that team, surely.
I missed that, but yeah, let's be happy to see McFred's not there and McTominay and Pogba there, Matic Pogba there even.
What's your reaction to it all? And I see you after a couple of weeks. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, good. Happy that Matic and Pogba are playing. I think it'll bring us some stability in the middle of the ground. I'm not sure about Maguire starting, to be honest. He's been injured for a while. Maguire and Lindelof aren't a very good partnership, especially with Vardy playing and the form that he's in at the moment. The pace.
The pace is there. Of course, the pace is there. I mean, you can't not be worried about that. But I suppose it depends how tight Shaw and Wan-Bissaka sit, because they've got pace in abundance. So if they sit and they squeeze the space out, then it shouldn't do too much, maybe.
Well, Leicester have got a few injuries too, aren't they? What's his name? The midfielder.
Ndidi's injured.
Ndidi's injured. Fofana's injured. Fofana's probably one of their better centre backs. I'll
pull up the Leicester team news now, and we can quickly see who they're starting or who they're not starting. More importantly,
at the moment they're playing that Southampton ex-Southampton player, isn't he? In centre back.
Well, I think he's starting.
No, Vestergaard's not starting.
Oh, Vestergaard's not starting.
Oh. What the hell is their team about? I
have
no idea.
So they're starting Evans.
Iheanacho and Vardy up front. Sumer, I believe, was the new centre mid they signed in the summer, wasn't
Yes.
it? So he's playing alongside Tielemans with Maddison. To be fair, that front five is pretty damn good. Evans is starting. I don't know what Ricardo's. That's Pereira. That's why it's confusing me. Ricardo's Pereira. Pereira in the mid on the right back. Probably was it a? What, they got a back five?
Yeah, I was going to say they've gone for a back five, haven't they?
Back five, yeah.
I think they've got a back five.
They've gone with, all right, our weaknesses at the back. We're going to put an extra man there.
No, what they've done is they're setting up on the counter attack there. If they're playing five at the back, they're setting up to sit deep and then hit hard and fast with Iheanacho and Vardy. Quite simple, really. That's surprising, actually. I didn't expect Leicester to do that. Does that change your predictions of the game, lads? What do you think?
It means you've got to control that midfield, controlling that midfield. Which now they're going to sit back. We're going to have more opportunities to control that midfield, and maybe that's why it's good we've got Pogba and Matic. We've got two quality players in that middle of the pitch there, and they've got an outball. They've got plenty of outballs with pace as well, and then Ronaldo to finish it off as well. So that might fit into the way we've set up today. I don't know. It depends if we control that midfield or not.
I think we will. I think with Matic in there, we should be able to control it. It just brings so much more.
What's your prediction then, guys? What's your predictions? Going, fire them in. Fire your predictions in.
2-1.
3-1. 3-1. Sancho gets an assist. United score first. Sancho gets an assist. United score first. Leicester score the second. We come back and Sancho gets an assist.
All right, I didn't need you to be Mystic Meg, mate. I just asked for a prediction.
I'm always Mystic, and they've never once come true. I'm just looking forward to it one day coming true.
Well, and then you can say you were right.
Yeah.
I'm happy that Sancho's playing, but why is he not getting any game time on the right wing? I know Greenwood's in good form, but why is Sancho not being played on the right?
I think it must be Greenwood. It must be Greenwood, right?
It's Greenwood. It's got to be Greenwood.
It's more the fact that Sancho has the ability to play on the left. I don't think Greenwood does by comparison.
Does. Yeah.
No, I don't want Greenwood on the left. I don't want Rashford on the right.
Rashford on the right.
Either way. But
I really wanted to see Rashford from the start, if I'm being completely honest today. But I tell you what, at the same time, Rashford coming on literally full of beans in the 60th minute, that's going to cause a lot of problems for any sort of defence, even if they're sitting back and sitting deep.
Yeah, we've got a big squad. Why are we not utilising the squad? Like, does Ollie not have any trust in Eric Bailly at all?
No,
I would have thought. Why did he keep him?
I don't know.
You're not going to play him.
We're very good at that, right? We're very good at giving players contracts that we shouldn't do. But look, if you're going to start a Maguire, who probably at most, and we're being generous here, is like 80% fit for today. It goes to show that you really just do not trust Eric Bailly and Victor Lindelof at a time where Solskjaer knows his job's not on the line, but he's at the point now in the road where if the next 3 or 4 games just consistently go against United and a pattern starts to emerge, it won't look good for him. It will not look good for him.
But out of the next 4 games, I think this is the most winnable for us. So who do we have next? We've got Liverpool, Spurs, and Manchester City, I believe, in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think Ollie would play Maguire if he thought he would be risking him for the Liverpool game. So maybe Maguire's a big guy. He's a strong guy. He can get fit, and if he can get fit quickly, then maybe he's ready. Ready enough is enough.
Yeah, maybe indeed, lads. Right, you enjoy your quizzing. I'm sure you watch the game, and I'm sure you'll be here as well. And I'll probably chat to you later on the stream. But have a good day, lads.
Thanks,
Cheers. United back.
Cheers, Sam.
Mate, Matic and Pogba, I tell you what, I can't overstate how excited about that I am. Really, 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 really. And famous last words, because I might watch this game and United might be shit in midfield, and then everyone's like, "Oh, Matic is too old and he can't do it." Yeah, that might happen. And I tell you what, it's going to be quite tough for them in midfield, really, because it's going to be busy. It's going to be busy. If we have a look here at the sort of what we can expect. So this is the lineup for United now, fully changed. Look at the technology here these days. We've got Greenwood there. So it looks like that's Castagna, that's Pereira with was it Amati? I don't know who the hell their fucking centre backs are. Let's have a look. Amati, Evans, and Soyuncu. So Evans making his first start since April. You want to see Ronaldo kind of trying to isolate him. You know what's going to happen here, because you've got 3 at the back. Ronaldo should not have much space today, but at the same time, it's Ronaldo, mate. It doesn't really matter how you try and set up against him; he's still going to find space. But this is where it's going to be interesting. Pogba and Matic technically really shouldn't have too much. It depends how intense Leicester are in the press, right? So if we're in this position that we're looking at here, and we've got Paul Pogba and Matic in midfield in here, of course, you've got Maddison, who's going to be sitting on them. Maddison's going to be, if he can operate in the sort of Fred role that Fred does for Man United, the Wasp, we call him. If he can be angry and just constantly moving around and sort of biting at the heels of Pogba and Matic, it's going to make it difficult for them. But more importantly, is what do Iheanacho and Vardy do? Because if Iheanacho and Vardy both sit there and they play with an aggressive press, so whenever the ball comes to Pogba, so not only does Pogba have Maddison closing him down from the front, he's got Vardy, or he's got Iheanacho coming from the back. That might make it more difficult for Paul Pogba, who, as we know, can play very well inside a double midfield pivot. He's done it for United a couple of times. He's done it for France regularly. But the caveat here is when you play international football, you are afforded a little bit more space and a little bit more time on the ball. So when he gets squeezed like this is when Paul Pogba tends to sort of make silly mistakes, tends to sort of take a touch without looking behind him, and he gets closed down. The ball gets nicked off him, tends to turn around if he turns into space. His spatial awareness when he has less time on the ball isn't as sharp as it needs to be, isn't as good as it needs to be. But this bloke, man, I'm really looking forward to seeing this. It might be a 4-2-3-1 down on paper, ladies and gents, but it won't be. It'll be this. Whenever United are out of possession, we'll be sitting here in this shape. Whenever United are in possession, we should see this. We should see Matic sliding in behind, Pogba sliding slightly further forward, and Bruno dropping a little bit deeper. And here, all of a sudden, you've got a clear path forward, a very clear path forward with the ball there from Lindelof to Matic to Pogba. Maybe play a quick 1-2 with Wan-Bissaka, or Greenwood would drop deep. But if we need to, boom, straight through the line, straight through to, and this is exactly where we want Bruno to get the ball, right there. Because if Bruno's got the ball there, these sorts of runs in behind, because if you're going to play with a back 3, they're probably going to play slightly higher than you would. I would probably say around about there would be where you expect Leicester's line to be. And if they're going to be using their fullbacks, as you would expect teams to use their fullbacks in a 5-3-2, then you're going to see Pereira bombing forward. You're going to see, what's his face? Castagna bombing forward over this side too. And that will leave opportunities and space for Greenwood and Bruno. So what I imagine you're going to see today from both teams really is quite a counter-attacking style. I think you're probably going to see Manchester United try and sit deep and try and hit hard and fast, because we can. We've got Ronaldo. Ronaldo's not going to press, man. Ronaldo won't start pressing, and don't get angry about him because he's not pressing. Ronaldo will never be a presser. He never was a presser at Real Madrid, really. I mean, if he was anyway, it was going to be Real Madrid. But he's not Real Madrid. He wasn't at United beforehand, and he won't be at Manchester United anymore. And I don't want him to press. I want Ronaldo to be sitting there waiting for this. Ronaldo there. So Bruno's on the counter-attack. Sancho, he's made the run there. Bruno's seen that ball in behind there. One of those. Oh, yeah. Oh, wee. Sancho's running down there. And who's in there? Running on the edge of the 6 just to knock it in. Ronaldo. That's what I want to see. That's what I think United will be playing for today. And I think we can do it. It's going to be tough because obviously they've got bodies. And we all know that when United play up against bodies, when United play against the back 5, when United play against, a deeper lying team, we do seem to struggle a bit more, right? But I'm really happy with that team today. I'm sorry, but I'm really happy with that team. My biggest concern about the team is Maguire coming back in, if I'm being completely honest. I find that a bit, it's a risk. It's a risk. It's a calculated risk. We only know as much as we read in the news. Solskjaer would have spoken to Maguire. Are you fit? And mate, I'm being serious. Are you ready for this game? So if Maguire is starting there, as much as you want to blame Solskjaer, that Harry Maguire will be saying, boss, I'm ready. I'm 100% fit and ready to start this game. So Maguire's committed himself to this match. If he can come back, and I suppose it depends how much pressure Maguire is under, depends on how much United control the ball. And finally, I actually think we've got a midfield there that is capable of actually controlling a football match. Pogba and Matic, the balls shouldn't just go from Lindelof straight over towards Bruno and then come straight back at United and we sort of like defend, and then go forward. I think with Pogba and Matic, we can actually control it a bit more. And as I said, it does depend on how much Leicester intend to press on us as to whether or not that is successful. Jonathan, nice to see you on Facebook as always, buddy. I want to see evidence of pressing that you always go on about. We press occasionally, but we are not set up as a pressing team. We are a counter-attacking team when we have no other plan. We are a pressing team, and we were a pressing team before Cristiano Ronaldo came in. So now that Ronaldo's here, we can't really operate in that press because, as you all know, when you've got a front four and you press as a front four, you press as a collective unit, that's when a press works. If there's one player that doesn't press, you always leave a gap where somebody can just pass into. And that is what happens now that Manchester United have got Cristiano Ronaldo in the team. We can't press as a collective unit. It doesn't mean that we can't sort of squeeze a bit of space out. But the idea of the press is that you force the opposition to just lump it long, really. You collect possession on the halfway line, you attack. We won't be able to do that. Not with Ronaldo in the team. So in that sense, maybe we do need to move away from this pressing game. It's interesting. As always, throughout this entire stream, come on, ladies and gents, you fire in what are your concerns about that starting 11? What are your concerns about that Leicester team? You let me know in the comments below, as always. But I'll head down to the members club, and I'll bring a couple of you ladies and gents in. Let's bring Salim in, who's been sitting there waiting patiently. How you doing, Salim, sir?
Hello, Sam. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing very well, my friend. What are you thinking about that team then, sir? What do you think about it?
The team looks very sharp. My concern is Maguire, you know?
Yep. I think that's fair enough. I think it's completely fair enough.
Yes. The big concern is the next game and the game forward. More difficult, I guess. So,
well, so we've got Atalanta in midweek, and then, of course, we've got Liverpool. But
yes,
with United right now, I think Solskjaer said it, we really can't afford to look further than the current game, because if we do that, I think we'll take our eye off the ball. So maybe that's what Solskjaer is doing here. As I said, I would have liked to have seen Rashford in there. On the bench, we've got Lingard, we've got Mata, McTominay, Van der Beek, and Rashford. We've got players there that can come on and change the game. But who do you think is going to be the most important player for United today, Salim?
today it will be the midfield, Pogba and Matic.
Yep.
They're the key player today. Because of Tielemans, Maddison, and Soumare in the midfield, they will cause us problem.
Yeah, Soumare, of course, they signed from Lille, I think it was Lille in the summer. And let's be honest, Leicester's recruitment over the last few years has been pretty phenomenal.
Incredible,
so I would expect
yes.
Soumare to be another good signing. But what's your prediction? How confident are you about that game then?
I'm confident. I think it will be our first clean sheet. I hope so.
Oh, well, hello. We're taking the clean sheet as well. That is confidence.
Yes. I miss that, yo.
I miss clean sheets as well. I don't know what they are anymore. I don't know what they are. But no, look, I'd happily...
Sancho will be doing great. Sancho will doing great. And of course,
Sancho,
Marcos will come. Marcos will come from the bench.
Yeah.
And
Sancho got 2
he will have his moment.
I hope he does, my friend. I hope he does. I'll take that clean sheet. I'm definitely going to share your confidence. I'm taking that into the game. Clean sheet's coming.
Yes, I miss that. I miss that.
I miss it as well. But Salim, thank you very much for joining in, buddy. Enjoy the rest of the stream. And I'll speak to you soon.
Thank you.
Hey, look, man, a clean sheet. I would happily take a clean sheet today. Or what you're saying there, my friend. Maguire with a broken leg would tell Ole he's ready. Matic in midfield brings me joy. He'll show for the pass and he'll relieve the pressure. Absolutely spot on. Probably about both things, really. It was always a positive of... I can't not speak about players playing when they're not 100% fit and not think about Rooney straight away. Rooney was always that player who would just... It wouldn't matter what he did. It wouldn't matter anything. He would still play. He would still... And then you're looking at the Bayern when he injured his ankle in the away leg and came back like 10 days later when he absolutely should not, and he didn't. He wasn't 100% fit. Jordan saying free Donny, free Donny. This is not the game. This is not the lineup to be shouting free Donny anywhere. Donny van der Beek does not improve that starting 11 for Manchester United. He makes it worse because the only place he's coming into that team is for Pogba. And you know who I would rather have there? Pogba. Simple as that. So I know people, and that's what I'm saying, man. I understand if people have frustrations about Solskjaer, but don't make situations where they are not there. This is not a starting 11 to be annoyed that Donny van der Beek is not involved in. If I'm being completely honest, Matic and Pogba is the best midfield that we have at this club. And finally, in a Premier League game this season, we are seeing it. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let me go up to the comments and see what you're saying here. Donny for Matic would be absolutely mental. Absolutely mental. That's as I said, it's the sort of thing you do in FIFA. Because on FIFA, having a front six of Van der Beek and Pogba with Bruno, Sancho, Ronaldo, and Greenwood, hell yeah, wicked. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It does not work in real life. All right. Football is about controlling the game. You're not going to get any control out of Van der Beek and Pogba. Not for the honestly, people are still annoyed. Van der Beek must start. Cursed. I'm lost. People. You're making yourselves look like you've got agendas. Like you're just blinded by the fact that Van der Beek is not playing, and you're not looking at the fact that 11 there is probably, I mean, Rashford aside, I would have personally started Rashford, but that's neither here nor there. That is the best team we could have put out. Maguire coming in as a surprise? Question mark. Question mark. If he's fit, I mean, we won't know whether he's fit, right? Until we see the game. But I like to think that Maguire's not just, I suppose, a bit like Harry Kane. Remember that Harry Kane in the Champions League final? When he clearly should not have started that game. And because he started against Liverpool Spurs had no chance. I'm hoping Maguire's not doing that because that will hurt United. But for me, I'm really happy about that team. And I might end up with egg on my face in my match reaction to this, but I've been calling for that midfield. I predicted it, and I got it spot on. So go me. But if it's wrong and it doesn't work, there's obviously going to be more calls. There's going to be more calls. But at the same time, at least we're fucking seeing changes. Maybe you could argue if Fred wasn't playing for Brazil and Uruguay yesterday, he would be starting here with McTominay. But let's not have arguments that you can't prove to be correct or incorrect. That was kind of a little bit pointless. Amir, Sam, you are blinded by Ole's useless tactics. Stop sugarcoating. Mate, I don't know what. You must just not enjoy things in life. You must just. What's the point in going to watch the United game? What sort of enjoyment are you going to get out of it if you go into it thinking like that? Rashi has to start, says Jason. As I said, I personally think that. I mean, all I've heard in the last week or 2 weeks is that Rashford is fit. He's strong. He's really fit. He's really strong. He's really ready to play. And there you go. We'll see what goes on there. Let's see if any other news is coming about the team. Let's head back over to social media and have a little look. Solskjaer has been speaking about Rashford. There you go. We'll find a little bit of information about that. Solskjaer, Rashford has been out for a long time, but Marcus is ready. He will get more and more game time. Great to have him back. So Rashford's fit. Rashford will come on probably in about the 60th minute, I would say. Thereabouts, I would say. Solskjaer and Rashford, he's been out for a long time. Solskjaer on starting Harry Maguire. Here you go. Here's a really important talking point. It was a difficult decision because he has not trained a lot. He did not feel any reaction, so we decided to go with him. It's a concern. That's a concern. I swear to God, if I see Harry Maguire pulling up today, oh dear. It's a risk. Look, as football managers, you have to take risks. I understand that. I completely understand that. This is a risk that Solskjaer could fall on his own sword here. It could work out. And hell, I want it to work out. I really want it to work out. But if it doesn't work out, that's gonna really, fingers are gonna get pointed at Solskjaer if Harry Maguire pulls up with any sort of injury. Paul Popper's been speaking ahead of the game. A very important game, very important weeks are coming, so you have to be ready. We want to get 3 points. We all went to the national team, got a lot of minutes, and with the travelling, we have to focus for this game. Going down here, looking at starting 11, as we've already discussed. Any more things happening ahead of kickoff? Everybody, keep firing in your comments. Keep firing in your questions about that starting 11. Pardon me. Oh, hiccups in the United Legacy arms. Hiccups everywhere. If you would, drop a super chat in, support the channel as well. And if you are new in town, welcome to United People's TV. Why don't you think about hitting that subscribe button? See if we can't 207,900. Let's see if we can get to 208,000 by the end of the day. We've got today with the live stream here. I'll be here later on with my match reaction. So please, if you would, subscribe to United People's TV. Welcome to United Legacy Arms. As I always say, it's the most interactive United show on YouTube. And that isn't a lie. So if you would, please join in. Katerina, nice to see you in the comments as always. The thing is, Solskjaer has solid options in attack. Not so quite solid in defence. And that's why Maguire is playing and Rashford is not. I think you're completely spot on there. He's got an attack he trusts. Whether that's Sancho coming in and out, whether that's Rashford coming in and out, Cavani, Martial, Bruno. We are spoilt for options up front. We really are. Like the quality and strength and depth that we have really is fantastic. Same can't be said for our defence. If you compare this year to last year, our starting centre-back partnership this year is Varane and Maguire. Our starting partnership last year was Maguire and Lindelof, which we'll see today. But our backup partnership this year is Bailly and Lindelof, which is far better than it was last year. Because last year it was like Bailly and who else? It was like Tuanzebe, or it wasn't Phil Jones because he was, dead and buried. But there's a little bit more strength and depth there, but we're still reliant on that starting 11. And it's very rare, really, to have that many top quality centre backs. You saw it with Liverpool when they lost Gomez and Van Dijk. Their whole defence went to shit. Every team really relies on 2 main centre backs, and then has 2 centre backs that are decent but not incredible as their backups. And I think United have got that. I do think United have that. Bailly, it's just the fact of the matter is that Eric Bailly, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does not trust him. Look at that. Liverpool winning 5-0 at Watford. Watford look absolute. I watched a bit of that earlier. Watford looked gash. Watford looked, truly horrendous. Truly horrendous. So as much as you want to say Liverpool going to win the league, Liverpool looking good, man. Liverpool looking very strong. It's going to be very hard for United to beat them when we play them in a couple of weeks' time. It's going to be a very, very difficult game. No questions asked. No doubt whatsoever. But let's focus on United, ladies and gents. All right? Let's focus on ourselves. There's no point just sitting there going, oh, Liverpool winning 5-0. Why are United not? Well, we're not playing Watford, first of all. We're playing Leicester. Although saying that, Leicester have had a pretty poor start to the season. Or, what are you saying, buddy? We've got some quality players on the bench. Game changers. If the game isn't working out, I want Ole to utilise them. Make early subs and use the bench. Now, this is something I actually think he did against Everton. We were 1-0 up. And we brought on Sancho and Ronaldo before the 60th minute. And then we still didn't manage to control the game. That's what pissed me off. But that is exactly where this beautiful Serbian bastard comes in. If Matic was there against Everton, I'm not sure that second half would have played out how it did. When you're 1-0 up, all you've got to do is control the game. It's very simple. When you're 1-0 up, the only thing you've got to do is not concede and you've won the match. The hardest thing in football is scoring goals, apparently. But I think United's inability to keep a clean sheet right now would beg to differ. But Man United did have options from the bench against Everton. We did utilise them and we didn't control the game. So it's not just about using the ones from the bench. It's about the tempo that those players set when they come off the bench. And that, for me, is exactly why Rashford might just be the best sub that we could possibly make. Coming into that team, maybe you can see Van der Beek coming in for Pogba, because Pogba played a hell of a lot of football for France during the international break. So I wouldn't be surprised if Pogba, come the 50th, 60th minute, starts to tire a bit. And if we're looking at that bench and we're looking at replacements for Pogba, you're pointing towards Van der Beek for sure. Although McTominay will more than likely come on instead of him. And that, I understand, is where some frustrations lie. And it depends. I suppose it depends what sort of situation United are in. Jonathan's saying, is that Brewdog you're drinking? It is, sir. Big up the Brewdog. I think Brewdog's great, to be fair. Right, head down to the comments. Now, let's bring a couple of you in. Klein, I can see you waiting here patiently. Chris, Craig, and Anuj, I can see you as well. Don't worry, I'll bring you in. Klein, welcome aboard, sir. How are you doing? How is it out in South Africa?
It's very hot, Sam. How are you doing, man?
I'm not as hot, but I'm wearing a jacket indoors, so I'm covering for the fact that I'm cold. But what are you thinking about the game today, buddy?
I'm shocked that Solskjaer put in Maguire. To me, I would have rested him and put him in for the Liverpool game rather. I would have let Bai play, actually. I would have let Bai play.
Do you not share the same confidence that Salim has that we're going to keep a clean sheet then?
I don't think we're going to keep a clean sheet. Not now. It's going to take like at least 4 games of us actually winning, going out and controlling it, and then we're going to start keeping the clean sheets. The back two need to stay together and work together, not one in, one out. It needs to be together. They need to be together.
And what about how do you expect the game to go? Because typically United, I think, other than the first 45 minutes against Everton, we really haven't controlled much of a football game all season. But Matic and Pogba, if there's ever a lineup which looks like it could do it, is it that team today, or do you expect United to sort of sit on the counter attack and play similar to how we played before?
I actually think we might control it a lot better in the first half. I would expect Greenwood to come off for Rashford, and then Sancho to go on the left and Rashford on the right, or Ronaldo, depending. But I think we're going to be playing on the counter attack as well. More so.
What's your prediction then? What's your prediction, sir?
I'm going for a, like 3-2, 3-1.
3-2. Now you said 3-2. I heard you first. You can't change your mind. 3-2 though. I'll be honest. I think there's going to be goals. I think both teams will score. I wouldn't say it's a guarantee, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened today, if I'm being completely honest. But United, because you just can't write United off when you've got a team of Ronaldo, Greenwood, Bruno, and Sancho up front with Rashford on the bench, man. There's too much quality there.
Too much quality. That's true.
Too much quality. But like 3-2, I'll take that, mate. I hope it cools down for yourself in South Africa. Get that aircon on, or at least a fan, or get a cold beer. Bit of both.
Bit of both.
Bit of both. Enjoy yourself, sir. Thanks for joining in.
Cheers.
Eric down here, he's got the same jacket. Yeah, big up to you, Eric. That's a nice jacket, isn't it? Look at that. Woo. Look, the arms is getting better. We've got the Old Trafford. Oh, you can't see it there. Well, you can. The Old Trafford sign there. The wall's getting built this weekend. Don't you worry. As I said, the PO box is getting opened. You'll be able to send me stuff in. I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to seeing what the fuck you send me. Hopefully it will be lovely, nice things, and not just like little bags of shit. I don't really want that. But I'm going to get a couple of shelves, put them up there so that anything you do send in, there'll be a space on the wall so you can be part of the United People's TV set. I think that'll be a cool way to integrate the community a little bit more. But keep firing in your questions, please. Firing in your anything you're thinking ahead of the game today. Got just under half an hour until kickoff. But mate, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see if we can play a bit different, right? That's what I'm excited about. Because if we're looking, let's be completely honest, man. If we're looking at the games that we had going into that international break, we had Young Boys. That was terrible. We had West Ham away. And I thought largely we were quite a lot of good football we played against West Ham. But it seemed like we were going to get frustrated. And then the penalty and then Lingop, it was mad. That was a mad game. Mad game. Then we had West Ham in the League Cup. Really frustrating game at Old Trafford, that was. Really frustrating. And I believe after that, it was Aston Villa. And then we know what happened against Aston Villa. So then the game against Villarreal sort of increased in significance. And we were shit. We were awful. Awful there against Villarreal. And Ronaldo popped up with the winner, which saved our skin. And then we're thinking, Everton, right, cool. Things have to change here for Everton. And it did in that first 45. I thought we controlled it very, very well. And then well, we all know what happened in that second half against Everton. It was poor. It was terrible. So we've had such a mixed bag of performances, real high, even inside a 90-minute game with big peaks and big troughs. There's no level to United. It's either an 8 out of 10 or a 2 out of 10. There's no like 5 or 6. There's no middling performances. I think all we need today is just a strong middler. A strong middle performance. Just like a consistent 6.5 out of 10 for the full 90 minutes is enough to beat that Leicester team today, in my opinion. But that is what United haven't been capable of. When we're good, we're great. 8 out of 10. Look unstoppable. When we're shit, we look awful. Look like anybody could. Look, I could go and score against us, and I've got like 1.5 legs at the moment. Not actually 1.5 legs, but my right leg is still weak after surgery. That's why I've got that bike over there. Look, oh, where's it gone? Over there. Start my training soon. Get fighting strong. Don't know why I'm punching because I'm talking about cycling, but that's what I want to see from United today. Like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. That's all we need. That's all we need. Doesn't need to be blistering. Doesn't need to be 5-0. Doesn't need to be outside of the boot. No, man. Just a nice team performance. Like I don't know. It's a Saturday 3 o'clock kickoff. Just nice and generic. I want a generic 2-0 win from United today. A goal in the 30th minute, control the game, and then a goal in the 80th minute when Leicester are chasing it. Comfortable 2-0. Everyone cheer. That's what I want. I want United to be like 4th on match of the day today. I don't want us to be first. I don't need us to be up there with a 6-0. It's about expectations. But this Leicester team is still good. Or that's a bad lie, right? That's a bad lie. You've definitely not got 3 legs. Although, to be fair, you've got 4 kids, so you've definitely got some sort of leg going on down there. Let's go down here and read the comments. Raymond, you think it's a great lineup. Matic should protect the back 4 while Pogba links up the attackers and presses Leicester. Raymond, very excellent tactical analysis there. That's exactly what it should be. We should hopefully see Matic come in there going, I'm cool, man. But give me the ball. He's going to say to Lindelof and Maguire, give me the ball. He won't actually say it, but that's what he'll be intimating. And then it allows Paul Pogba to, instead of playing in a double pivot, rectangles coming back to haunt me. I thought you pissed off before the international break. Anyway, instead of it playing in a double pivot, it allows Paul Pogba to just receive the ball a little bit higher up the pitch. And as long as Bruno, it's quite important this actually, and no one's really talked about it yet. Bruno has to play properly. I don't want to see Bruno just going, wee, just like running up, supporting striker, like, wee. Cool. The run-in's good. Bruno, I'm not trying to slate Bruno here, ladies and gents. I'm not trying to slate Bruno. But I want to see that confident dropping deeper from Bruno, receiving the ball from Pogba. And if he receives it in that space there, between Sumer and I can't remember the other name. Who else they got in midfield? That doesn't really matter. So look, Sumer and Tielemans, sorry, of course. If he receives the ball just behind them, he'll then have time, as I said, time and space to turn and face and get those balls in for Greenwood. Get those balls in for Sancho. Get the balls in for Ronaldo. If everybody is backing off, then run forward and then start spanking it from the edge of the box. Simple as that. Why can't we score from attacking set pieces? I'll tell you what, that is one of the biggest confusions I've got this season, for sure, again. I share that, bro. Like, mate, we've had like Varane, Maguire, McTominay, Pogba, and we've had whipped-in deliveries from Luke Shaw and Bruno sometimes. Why have we not been scoring from set pieces? As much as we've improved in the idea that we've only conceded from one set piece, which was Aston Villa. We don't offer enough threat from them, in my opinion, anyway. Jonathan, you're saying I mention it every time. Pogba cannot play with Bruno in a 3-man midfield. I completely disagree. I actually think it's his best position. If we're talking ideal situations for Manchester United, you're looking at this dream situation. You're looking at that. You're looking at that, and you're looking at someone there that isn't Matic, that can play that role on his own and do it so confidently and with absolute assurance that it allows Paul Pogba to just stay here, stay right there. If Paul Pogba was allowed to just stay in this part of the pitch for Manchester United, he'd be absolutely sensational. He'd be absolutely sensational. Simple as that. Bruno just plays everywhere. So I would actually disagree with you there, buddy. I would say I think Pogba and Bruno can absolutely play in a midfield three together. And I think that's what United should be properly working towards. Portuguese are coming in with pronunciations. It's pronounced Sumari. Well, I'm sorry, Sumari, for annihilating your name. Sumari it is. Graham, you're saying, I just want to see the attitude and the fire. I want to see the fire as well, sir. Hopefully we'll see it from Rashford. Let's head down to the arms. I can see a couple more of you sitting here patiently waiting. Chris, I can see you there, sir. How are you doing, buddy? Nice to have you on.
Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good, mate. What's your feeling about that game today then? After that starting 11's come out, are you feeling confident? What's your concerns?
I'm feeling nervous. And the reason I said that was because the last two times I said I felt excited, we drew one and we lost one. So I'm going to say something a little bit different today. I'm actually nervous about this lineup. But, in all honesty, on paper, player for player, we've got this game. We've got this game. We should dominate Leicester, especially with them playing 5 at the back. I just hope the players get the instructions to go out, get on the front foot, dominate midfield, dominate possession, and play attacking football.
So you think it's going to be? I mean, I suppose it's sort of thing we say every single week, right? But do you think it's midfield where the game gets won or lost today for United?
Definitely, it always has. It always has. So if Pogba were to told to play in a double pivot with Matic, we're screwed. So I really want to see Pogba push forward a little bit forward and just let Matic guard the back line together with the 4 defenders we have. I mean, they've only got 3, maybe 4 attacking players when they're attacking. So we have 5 at the back. There's no reason for Pogba to sit back there.
Yeah, it's true. What's your prediction for the game then, sir? If you're trying to not feel confident to try and get some sort of juju on this, what are you going for?
It's going to be a nervy game. 3-0.
I like it. See, he came with a curveball there, Chris. What I like curveballs. 3-0, a nice nervy 3-0. I think anybody would take a nervy 3-0, sir. But no, look, I share your concerns, dude. I think that midfield is going to be really interesting today. It's going to be a big difference for United in seeing Pogba and Matic, and I hope that means that it should mean that we have a different tempo of build-up. But 3-0, I'll take that, sir. And I'll definitely speak to you after the game as well. Take it easy, buddy. Yeah. Chris is going for that classic nervous 3-0. You know, man, everyone hates those horrendous 3-0s that you just go, oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Something I wanted to look at as well, something worth noting. The last 4 times we played Leicester, right? This one was back in May. Is that the last? No, that's the last time. Yeah. So May 2011. No, 11th of May, 2021. We lost 2-1 at home. I remember that. It was just towards the end of the season. I think City. I think it says down here. Yeah, it's when we were second. They were third. Didn't really matter. We finished second. That was kind of the season was done really at that point, wasn't it? Then obviously we had the FA Cup where they pumped us. That wasn't a pretty game. I didn't enjoy that game whatsoever. And then the 2 games prior to that, Boxing Day, we drew 2-2. That Axel Tuanzebe own goal, I remember that. That was an absolute stinker, an own goal. Absolute stinker. It wasn't really his fault either. And then we beat them 2-0 at the King Power Stadium, the one before that. So we've had a mixed bag of results here. A mixed bag of results in these games that we've had here. I don't need to speak about that anymore. What are we looking at subscribers? Have we hit the old... Oh, look at that. One more has joined. It is incredible how slow the subscriber count goes up. Come on, man. I know there's millions of United fans out here on YouTube. Why are you not watching United People's TV? Come on, what? You're definitely not watching anything better. That's all I know. That's all I'm saying. Ooh, there we go. Someone's joined in. Welcome aboard. Look at that. 207,900. Let's see if we can get 208. And of course, there's going to be a big giveaway that's going at 210,000. So you want to get to that because otherwise, no one's getting a giveaway. Simple as that. Party Night saying, come on, Sam, let's do this. All looking great, buddy. I tell you what, nice to see you, Party Night. I haven't seen your name around before. So hopefully you're new. And if you are new, subscribe. I hope it's going to be a party today. Steffi's saying, isn't it in 12 minutes? We are starting in 18 minutes. I can see a couple more of you waiting patiently down here. Anuj, I'll bring you in, sir. How you doing, buddy? And what's your prediction?
Hey, Sam, how are you, man? How are you doing,
good,
man? Looking at that 11, Maguire is my only concern. I mean, I would have loved to see Bailly and Lindelof start. I mean, like Maguire has only trained for one evening, I think. So that area is a big concern. And Paul Pogba and Bruno needs to control the midfield, and Matic needs to cover for the defense. If that happens, then we can easily win.
Maybe we can win. Of course, you can say that about basically every game that we look at. We look at United's starting 11, and we're like, on paper, we more than match up. And it's with most teams, like we're as a set of individuals, we beat most teams, but as a collective unit, we haven't done it properly. But what do you think here today? What do you think here against Leicester? What's your prediction?
I mean, it's going to be a close one. I think we 2-win United. 2-1, sorry, 2-1 for United. But I would love to be proven wrong. I would love a clean sheet. I mean, love to be proven wrong.
Hey. Hey, look, I hope so as well. I'll take that clean sheet. Salim thinks the clean sheet's coming in. Anuj, you'd like to see the clean
what's
sheet.
Your prediction, Sam? What's your prediction?
My prediction's coming soon. Don't worry about that, Anuj. But I'll hold it for one more minute and then I'll give my prediction. Don't worry. I'm not holding back. But I'm nervous. But at the same time, I tell you what, I've got a bit of an air of confidence today. Maybe I shouldn't have as much confidence as I have, but because of that team that's come out, I've probably got more confidence than I've had in quite a long time.
Yeah.
So
at least it's not McFred for once. It's not McFred for once. I mean, something different.
It might not be Donny, but at least it's not McFred. But nice to see you, buddy, and I'll speak to you soon, I think, I know you're asking for my prediction there, and I just realised I haven't actually given my prediction for the game yet. My prediction is two things. I think both teams will concede. I can't see United keeping a clean sheet today. I would love to think that Matic would come in and really solidify that defence up, really give us that sort of grip on controlling the game. I think we will concede, but I think we'll win. I'm going for a 3-1 today. I hope I'm not wrong. I really hope I'm not wrong, but my prediction is a 3-1. As I said, I can't see United keeping a clean sheet. I think Leicester might have had a very shaky start to the season because honestly, let's have a quick look at the Premier League table. Let's have a look at the form table, most importantly. Of course, Jamie Vardy, he's bagged 3 in his last 3. Pardon me. So he's a definite concern. Oh, what is that? All right, big old advert. Right, this is the Premier League table at the moment. I can see a comment there, which is probably true, actually. What is it? Came up there. Jonathan, Sam is always too overconfident. I tell you what, Jonathan, it's better to be that way, isn't it? It's better to be that way, right? Chris, you're saying I'm changing to 3-1 because we won't start playing until we go 1-0 down. The United curse. The United curse. I thought it was a good habit at one point, and then it's just become a bit of a bloody curse. It's the Premier League table at the moment. And still can't see Leicester. Still can't see Leicester. Oh, okay, I still can't see that. Oh, there they are. Down there in 13th. Leicester have so far this season got 8 points from 7 games. That's really crap. And I'm being polite there and trying not to swear because apparently I swear too much, which I think is fucking bullshit. Sorry. I couldn't resist. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. But their last 4 games, 2 losses. Who was that against? Let's see if it shows me here. Lost against 1-0 at home City. Well, you can't begrudge that, can you? Then they lost 2-1 away at Brighton. Brighton, one of the more informed teams of the league. So fair enough. Drew at home to Burnley and drew away to Palace. They are not in the best of forms, ladies and gentlemen. They're actually worse than Arsenal, who are mid-table fodder. So Leicester are having a shaky start to the season. They really, really are. Chris is asking for our record against bottom teams. I know our record against top teams. It's not that good. It's not that good. If we head over here, I think I saw it earlier. There you go. This is our record against top teams right there. Manchester United's league record in the last season against the other teams from the top 5. I say we did it in the big games, but realistically, we didn't do it in the big games last year, did we? That stat proves it. But look, maybe I am too confident going into it, but I just can't help it, people. I just can't help it. Not with the players we've got, right? And I still feel that of course we don't have that centre mid. We don't have that centre mid that I knew, that I always know, that you knew was so crucial to us this season. But today we're starting Nemanja Matic, and that's a step in the right direction. As I've said to you all along, during the international break, I was looking at the best team that we could possibly lay out. And I specifically went in depth as to why Matic and Pogba is the most balanced midfield that we have, because it is. It really, really is. Like, without doubt. Fred and McTominay, they're always out of position when we play them in a double pivot. Neither of them are double pivot midfielders. Matic and Pogba is the one where you're looking at it going, okay, so it's like steel and silver, if you want to call it that. Steel and guile. The steel of Matic just to sit there, the Serbian general, just to pop it in front of the defense, not move, screen it. Don't have to go forward or backwards, just left or right. That's all he's got to do. And allow Paul Pogba to be the one that can orchestrate from deep, and allow Bruno to drop a little bit deeper and link up with Paul Pogba. It makes sense, this midfield. With Fred and McTominay, you just got one person running around like Scrappy Doo trying to get the ball off the opposition, and then he passes it to McTominay, who goes, well, what am I supposed to do with it? What am I supposed to do with it? And it's not a balanced midfield. Andy, you're saying that our midfield is going to be outrun today. I mean, yeah, if you're looking at ground covered, Matic and Pogba will probably be the lowest that you're going to get. But it's not just all. You can't just be a passion and desire and energy merchant, right? So you can't be angry at the fact that Fred does that and he's good at that. And then we play a different midfield and we cover less ground. It was like, oh, they're not covering the ground. Well, you just complained that Fred was in the team and he covered all the ground. So don't complain when Matic is in and doesn't cover any ground. As I've said all along, Fred, the reason Fred has to move around so much in midfield is because he's rarely in the right position by the time the ball comes near him. Matic is different. Matic, he's a foot taller, so I suppose he can see a bit further. But Matic has the ability to look up, see what the game is doing in front of him, and position himself correctly. Fred can't think that far ahead. Fred's more of a reactive midfielder than he is a proactive midfielder. And that's where Matic is good. That's where Matic is different. And that is why I am excited about this game. I can see in the comments, people, I swear to God, you've got to stop calling each other deluded. Stop saying to each other, you're talking bollocks. Opinions, as a famous man called Orr once said. He's not famous. He's just a very regular dude. Everyone, opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one. And some stink. Some absolutely reek. And some really need to be cleaned out. Really cleaned out. But they're opinions, all right? Don't just get into arguments about it. It's as simple as that. But before we finish up, we've got 10 minutes now. I want you to get excited to watch the game. But what's your prediction? Fire it in the comments. If you've got any more questions you want to ask me or any concerns, fire it in the super chat now before we end this United Legacy Arms. I'll tell you what, I hope United from this point on start stringing some performances together. Start stringing some wins together. Because I'm excited for it, man. It's been, as I said, personally, it was a tough couple of weeks because I'm such a staunch supporter of Solskjaer, because I'm scarred by the memories of what's happened at Manchester United over the last 4 or 5 years. And if you really fucking think that I'm going to support sacking in a new manager and starting again with a new one, nah, I'm not doing that. I do not want to do that. I would rather go through the peaks and the troughs and everything that we're doing right now with Solskjaer and seeing this through than doing another U-turn. Because I tell you what, U-turns have not helped my club rebuild over the last few years. Solskjaer has. Let's go down here and let's read the comments. Batman, you're going for a 3-0 win. Oh, look at that. Feeling confident. Klein, you're saying 3-2. I'm going 3-1, so I'm not far off that. Creighton, you're saying 2-1. Abu, you're saying United 3-1. Just give the ball to Bruno. I mean, that's a pretty decent tactic to have. You know, more often than not, it probably would work. Thomas, you're going for a 2-0 United win. 3-1 says Chris. Me and you, Chris, sitting there with a nice 3-1. Anna, you're saying 2-1. Let's go down here. Katarina 2-1. This comment will always never fail to make me laugh. Is you do realize that Van Gaal and Mourinho were quite literally PE teachers before they were managers, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wasn't. That always makes me laugh. 4-2. I'm not sure my heart could take a 4-2. I mean, it would. It would if it was, United winning, but I'm not sure it could. 2-1 says Jay. 1-1 sit at the back, counter-attacking game. I wouldn't be surprised if it ended up with a draw, but I just don't want it to happen. So I'm not going to wish it into existence. So I'm not going to talk about it. Before we close the arms, I'll ask one more time, ladies and gents, if you are new, welcome aboard. I hope you enjoyed the pre-match show. in the new studio. I tell you what, I've got some good stuff coming for that wall. It's going to look even bigger and better, and I'm looking forward to you all being part of it. So please drop a like on the video. Make sure you subscribe to United People's TV if you're new. Victorim, you're going for a 2-1 win. And yeah, with United, you never know. You never know. Right. I'm going to go now. Get ready for the game. 7 minutes. You know where to come at full time. Probably about half an hour after full time-ish, I'll have my match reaction out. I think what I might do tomorrow, I think a lot of you have been calling for this. I might do another live stream of kind of like a Sunday night show where I bring a few of you in. We speak about the weekend. Would you like me to do that? I think I will start doing that, but only if you subscribe. Come on, people, get involved. Let's enjoy it, right? I enjoyed the pub. The United Legacy Arms. We're closing our doors for today. Head into the game, and we've got that away record. Let's see if we can maintain it today. Thank you very much, all Chris, Salim, Anuj, Klein, everybody. I'm sorry if I forgot anyone else who joined in. Big up to everyone. You should join as a member, by the way. I haven't mentioned it at any point this stream. You want to join as a member, get involved in United Legacy Arms. You can come on screen with me, come into a WhatsApp group. Oh, mate, it's a great place. What a way to spend £3 a month. Even better. No better way to spend £3 a month. Seriously. I mean, there probably are, but I'm just saying that. But enjoy it. I'll speak to you after the game. And come on, United, man. 3-1 is what I'm going for. Yeah, I might be a bit over-optimistic, but I tell you what, I'd rather be optimistic than just someone who just does not want United to win, because I'll be honest, they're not United fans.